have another lifeline moment, and this one is going to be three-way calls done right equal success. And one of our newbies is going to help us with that, and it is Alma Henriquez.
Good morning, ladies. Are y'all so excited? We got our blood pumping. We have amazing things that are happening with our Ambitious Women's Conference. I'm so excited to have been asked to do this. It actually makes me a little emotional, but breathe, right? Breathe and breathe. Okay. Okay, I am actually a senior consultant from Round Rock, Texas. Yes, we have an amazing team out there. We really show everybody how we do it together, not how you do it alone. This is really a business that has transformed my life. You always, a traditional business, you're always looking how to beat the next person. Competition, sales, all that stuff is always about how you can be, surpass the other person that's there. And what I have learned here is that that is not the way. The way is the three-way call, utilizing your team. In the beginning, and Rose Duncan will totally attest to this, is that if you do it wrong enough, long enough, you can still be successful, right? But that's not the way. Let me tell you, if you're not utilizing that three-way call, you are really not growing your business as fast as you possibly can. When I first started, I really thought about who I wanted at my round table. They tell you to think about that when you first get started. Who do you want sitting at your table? Well, you don't just have that first round table. You have your board of mentors that sit behind you as well. I learned that from Amy Applebaum's training this week. Your board of mentors, when she said that, I was like, that is my board of mentors. I've had so many amazing leaders. There are so many amazing leaders in this company. And if you're not using your three-way call, you're not utilizing those leaders to their maximum potential as well. And that's really what I have learned. And being at conferences like this, trainings, weekly meetings, that has really been able to help me identify who these leaders are. If you look at your handout that's on there, I have set up the three-way call in an easy word, edify. Edify is really what you want for your prospective, not just your consultant, your customers. People don't always say yes. Just because you have them on the phone or you talk to them or you met them and they like you, they don't always say yes. But it's okay, because they're going to come back around one day and they're going to ask you that magical question that I love now, 2 years later down the road. They always ask me, are you still doing that ambient thing, that energy thing? And that really makes me laugh, because when I tell them yes, they're even more surprised than the fact that I told them I got started. So the fact that I'm still doing it 2 years down the line, and I'm even more excited now than I was then, because in the beginning I was nervous and I was scared as a marketing consultant. As a regional consultant, I was like, yes, I got to my first promotion, but you forget that you don't get there by yourself. It's really a we thing. We really got myself to regional consultant. My team, my senior consultant when I started the business was Rose Duncan, and she really showed me that team is really how it happens. So I'm going to specifically talk about Edify. So I have Edify set up on your worksheet there. E is for educate yourself on the leaders of Ambit. That education of learning who your leaders are, that is such a vital part, such a critical part when you're talking to potential not only customers, but also your potential next superstar that's going to come on your team and help you get to your next promotion. So when you educate yourself, I put that grid down at the bottom there. That grid talks about finding a person. You can do it here in this conference, you can do it in your local training meeting, you can do it really anywhere. What you do is you find 2 interesting facts about that person. You get their name, you get their phone number. This is the leaders. These are the mentors. This is Chris and Debbie Atkinson. This is Esther Spina. This is Adriana Adams. This is Marisol Figueroa. These are people that are right here in this building that are willing to give you that lifeline. They're willing to throw you out your lifeline. This is why it is such an important part. These women and men of Ambit are really here for that. So you find 2 interesting facts about them and a wow fact. So my interesting fact for Rose Duncan is she's a mother of 6 children. That's, most of us, that's a wow fact, but for her it's an interesting fact because there's so many other wow things about her. The second interesting fact that I learned about her when I first got started was she was working 80 to 100 hours a week. I thought she slept at Verizon Wireless. I did not know she was married. I did not know she had a family. I really thought that's where she lived, at Verizon, you know? And so that was interesting to me that she could build this business part-time and make it successful, still having basically 2 full-time jobs, you know, in one. That was interesting to me. But the wow factor was her reason why. She wanted to go home and raise her kids while they were still kids. That is a wow fact. And these leaders, when they come up here and tell you their story, they tell you their story, and that's what you take away from this. You take away the leaders, you take away their stories, and there's something that grasps you that makes you say, that's what I want to be. That's what I want to do. I want to build this business so I can go home and raise my kids while they are still kids. That is a wow fact. So use that chart that I put there. I'm going to tell you what the next letter is. It's D for do it. Do it. Do the 3-way call. After you finish showing the plan for the 3-way call, do not ask for the 3-way call. You call that person that you had already set up, your mentor. You have it set up. Make sure you have multiple mentors. Mentors that are of different personalities. Make sure that they can relate to your potential prospect. Why are they going to be able to do that? I is for it validates. It validates you and this business as a team effort. It validates that we do not do it alone. It also validates that we are not going to fail. We are not going to fail. F is for formally introduce your prospect to the leader. Once you've already edified the leader, given them the wow facts, you have to formally introduce why is this person going to be a great asset to your team, and why do you want them to your leader to listen to them and to meet them. Do not miss that opportunity for them to meet. Y is for you can do it. You can do it. Be willing to go out there, put yourself out there, do the plan, be super excited, ladies. We are changing lives. My life has been changed. I actually have celebrated 2 years now of being with Ambit. I have fired up my boss. I have fired my job, and I hated that job, and I'm so glad that I am able to do that, because now that I have totally transformed how I do my 3-way call, it really has given me weekly paychecks and commas in my paychecks, girls.